In this video, we're going to be talking about the math requirements for general education at UNLV. So students at UNLV have to complete 3 credits of math in order to fulfill their graduation requirements. And just like in the English requirements, you have to have an ACT or an SAT score on file before you can register. Now, if you don't have an ACT or an SAT on file, or you scored lower than a 20 or a 500, then the only math class that you can take is going to be Math 95 for 3 credits. If you scored at least a 20 and at least a 500, then you get to go up 1 level, and that is Math 96, also for 3 credits. Now, just a quick note about these two is that these 2 classes, if you take them and if you place them, these do not count towards the math requirement. Okay? But you do have to take them if you scored into them, because you have to take these courses in order to take the ones that will count. So, for example, starting off with courses that would count towards your math requirement, if you scored a 22 or 520, you could take one of 3 math courses. Math 120, which is Fundamentals of Math, 124, which is Algebra, and Math 126, which is Pre-Calculus 1. Now, you might not know exactly which of these 3 you have to take, and that's okay. That's really going to depend on the major that you eventually pick. So if you don't know what your major is right now, that's okay. But just make a note, okay, if I have a 22 or 520, I'm going to take one of these 3 classes. Now, if you score a 25 or 560, same here, you take Math 127, which is Pre-Calc 2, or Math 128, which is actually Pre-Calc 1 and 2 combined. Same situation here. You might not know which one you want to take at the moment, but just keep in mind or make a note of which scores you have. And then finally, if you happen to score 28 or 630, that puts you into Math 181. And Math 181 is calculus, just for your information. So once again, just make a note of what your SAT or ACT score is so you can register for those classes, and make sure you send your scores in as well, so once you get to campus, you can just go online and register.